Hello, my name is Ashton, and in this episode, I will teach you about costumes. Costumes are the different ways a sprite can appear. They can be viewed by clicking the Costumes tab above the coding area. Here, you can view all the costumes your sprite currently has, and can select which one the sprite is set to by clicking on it in the sidebar. The costume it's set to is how the sprite appears in the program over here. You can also edit the currently selected sprite using this big area here. However, I won't be covering how to use this editor as it's rather complicated and you should be focusing on the coding aspect of Scratch when starting out. I recommend you using simplistic shapes or pre-made sprites for your early projects. To create a new costume, you can hover over this blue button down here at the bottom of the sidebar. You can then select to either choose a pre-made costume, paint your own costume, get a random pre-made costume, or get an image from your computer to use as a costume. Let me just grab a random one here. Alright. After getting a costume, you can rename it using this square area here. Let's just change this to a hello. You can also delete it by pressing the trash button that appears when it's selected. If you want to delete a non-selected costume, you have to select it first so that the trash button appears. To return to the coding area, click the Code tab at the top of the screen. Now, there are two blocks related to costumes. The first is Switch Costume to. This will switch the costume to whatever is selected in here. Currently it's costume 1, so let's leave it at costume 2, and when we click it, it'll switch to costume 2, as so. Let's change it back to costume 1, it just said costume 1, then click again, and we'll go to costume 1. The second of these is the next costume block, which will switch the costume to whatever is next in the costumes tab. If we go back to the tab, we can see the next one in line is costume 2, so if we click it, it'll change to costume 2. If there is no costume after it in the order, as with costume 2, there's no third costume, it will instead loop back around to the first one, which is currently costume 1. So if we click it, it'll change to costume 1. With that, you now know about costumes in Scratch. Thank you for watching.